Hey, can we also bring one more person up to the stage? Our producer, David Lawson. All right, my question.
Who has a question? That guy.
Who else has a question? Right there? Did you guys hear the question?
No.
Oh, okay. The question was, do we shoot it on film or video, and where was it shot? Since I was the DP on the film, I will answer we shot on Red, which is digital. I would have loved to shoot film, but that's very expensive.
There was, that 8mm clip was actually 8mm film.
Bless you.
Hey, can someone from the back take a photo for my Facebook page of this? Just tag me in it. I mean, it's not every day you can stand on stage with a big you behind yourself. So, would someone volunteer? Hey, I see it. Tell me when. Just count down. And did you get it? Let me act like I'm saying something crazy. Hey! Look at that! Everybody! The movie, you saw it! Yeah! Did you get it? All right, okay, sorry.
Second half. It was shot in deep East County, San Diego, in a little town called Descanso. Yeah, actually every location in the movie, with the exception of the cave, almost everything's within 100 yards of the cabin. Like, the geography of the movie that you see is strangely accurate. Next question. How about up on the balcony? Anybody have a question? Right there.
So just simply, how long was the process? First, how long did it take to shoot?
We started in, I believe, November of 2010, just our initial meetings, something like that, I think, right? And then we shot in April after, I think, 2 or 3 months of rehearsal with these guys. And then we shot it in 18 days. And off and on, because there were also the little interstitial videos too, and we just did that in the months preceding. And then we did post-production in about a month, except for the sound mix, which went on for like 3 months. Right there.
Was that a mountain lion at the end?
No, it is one single thing at the end. There is one single explanation, and I'm not going to give it to you guys here. Some of you got it. We make you work for it. The crazy thing is, I get really honest after a few whiskeys, and we'll be across the street over here, so I'll break it all down for you. But what we have found is that if we just give it to you, it's not nearly as satisfying. It's not a mountain lion.
It should have been, not now.
I'll say this. It was, you never saw it in the film. It was no character that you saw, but it was there from frame one.
Who's got a question for Pete over here? Come on, somebody. A good acting question for Pete. Yeah, you again, sir. You, yes.
Obviously, the story, the whole focus is really on characters, and everything else is kind of in background. You don't go full X-Files as we see the last few phrase. So obviously, you two guys had to carry the whole movie.
We did actually carry the entire film. Thank you. How do we make ourselves interesting?
Vinny, how do you make yourself
I
interesting?
have no idea. Well, you go first. You're a better actor than I am.
We had a pretty intensive rehearsal process, 2 or 3 months. And I don't know, we found there was a great chemistry when we did this low budget beer thing beforehand. And we just kind of fed off of each other, and we just used that and just kind of, I don't know, it just worked. I don't know if that's a good answer or not. But.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to answer that.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't know. Does that...
Can anyone else answer that question?
I want to add something. I know it's really trite and boring for filmmakers to stand in front of a bunch of people or do any press and just talk about what geniuses the actors are. But Aaron and I would have to say they're fucking geniuses. They're so incredible, and if you guys could have seen what we done on set, it was honestly filmed like no bullshit. It was fascinating to watch every single take.
And I'll actually add on a little bit to that for two things. One is we actually get one question on is like, is that scripted? And yes, the whole thing is scripted almost word for word, genuinely. And that's a testament to everybody here on stage. He wrote it, and these guys acted it and made it seem so completely real that you know, people even doubt that. And also, you know, on set, I was asking like our boom operator, I'm like, don't your hands get tired after these 7-minute long takes? Stupid question, but making conversation. And he's like, honestly, I mean, it was the most genuine answer. He's just like, honestly, these guys are just so much fun to watch on set. It's like, all right, cool, boom on. So. Let's put the boom on.
Boom on.
The young lady in the front row. And why didn't you lose the requisite weight? That was
Oh, that sucks. No, he asked me to lose. He's like, you gotta lose like 30 pounds, man. All right, we're filming like a month. Can you do it? I'm like, dude, I can do that, no problem. A month later, I lost like 2 pounds. And he's like, we gotta rewrite something to show that you were maybe 500 pounds when we started. So that worked out for me. But the meth question, it's a good question. I watched The Fighter, and Christian Bale's character, I just copied everything he did the best I could. I'm like, okay, that guy's a good actor. I can do what that guy's doing. And then I watched Steve-O's documentary. Anyone ever seen that where he just loses his shit? And I watched that as well a couple times on YouTube. So just YouTube research, and I got what I needed, I felt. So, yeah, thanks, if you liked it. And if you know any other questions? I can't see the lights.
Gentlemen, wait.
Okay, I don't have a smartphone, otherwise I would Google this, but did Tesla actually invent a thought projecting machine?
He was working on it, for sure, that's known. He was working on a thought projection machine. Whether he actually invented it, I guess we'll never actually know. But no, that's true. That's historical fact.
There's one more, right?
After the festival runs, what future projects do you have?
That's a good question. Do you guys want to start?
I'm unemployed and looking for work, so
I'm going to be on, this Sunday, I'm going to be on the Travel Channel's Making Monsters. Everybody watch that, where they make all the monsters? Anybody? I'm going to be on, it'll be 8 o'clock Sunday. I'll be on that. What? Yeah, it's the special effects guys that make all the crazy, and I worked with Dick Van Dyke in the episode. That's awesome, right there, right? That's enough to see it. Dick Van Dyke, everybody. I know.
Justin and I have been, as you said, we've been traveling with this film quite a bit, but we also have 3 new scripts that are more or less a lot like Resolution tonally, but wildly different story-wise. So, you know, they're all kind of the next step up in terms of not making it with a bunch of favors and hopes. You know, it's like actually making a movie.
He answered my question, that was it. That's all I had.
Does anyone other than the girl with the green have... I'm just kidding. You have a lot of questions, and I appreciate it.
Aaron went to Florida State University. He was a model student. He became a visual effects genius, an amazing cinematographer, and then him and I met at Ridley Scott's commercial production company. I was taking a year off before I started medical school. We hit it off, we started doing a bunch of short films and whatever together, and we both wear a lot of hats, started doing it that way. That's for me and Aaron, but I want you guys to do, Vinny, you do you and Pete.
What do you mean? Oh, my life story? Oh. Like how I learned how to, an actor? Oh, it's a long story. My parents wanted me to go to college. I didn't want to go. I was like, I'm not going. And they're like, you have to. So I'm like, what major could I, the least amount of writing and actual work? So I'm like, theater, I can do theater. That's just all performance, I can do that. So I have a degree in theater from San Francisco State. Yeah, right? I know. It's totally exciting.
I have a degree in graphic design from the University of Notre Dame, thank you. And didn't learn a whole lot of acting there, but just finished up a 2-year Meisner intensive in LA, and just have been kind of working, doing commercials and theater and some film.
I started as a PA, literally at the bottom, and then just worked. That was my story.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna go into the crowd here, see if I can get some hands-on probing questions.
Is that a hand? It's not a hand. Oh,
It's
yes,
not?
it is. Yes,
You
it is.
please, waving hand, you.
Vinny just walked off stage.
I'm right here.
Good enough. First is, how long do they keep you handcuffed? And
The whole movie.
Are you here from SAG?
18 days.
Sit down here for a while.
this sounds a little weird worded after seeing your second trailer, but on set, did anyone get cabin fever? Being up there,
To be honest, we were there for about 3.5 weeks up in East County, San Diego, and it was the most enjoyable experience ever. We had a crew of 9 and then a cast of anywhere from 2 to 6 at any one time, and everybody really got along, and it was glorious. It was a glorious 3.5 weeks.
Talk about the 6th grade camp.
We stayed at a 6th grade camp. A 6th grade church camp. That's where we stayed in bunk beds. Vinny once famously said that his mattress on set was much more comfortable than his mattress in the dorm. But we all had our own cabin, so that was kind of nice and creepy.
We're taking questions here live. What's your name? No. No, you liked the movie, right?
I thought it was awesome.
Oh, great. That's great. Is there anything you want to ask to, I don't know, Aaron Moorhead? Like what his nickname is and why?
So, Aaron, what is your nickname and why?
Great question.
I have a nickname. Bestowed upon me on set. Oh, it's old dirty dick. What was that? It's old dirty dick.
Old dirty dick Aaron Moorhead, everybody.
So I do have to clear my name a little bit here. Vinny once was allowed to improvise, and that was the worst mistake of our lives. Where he decided to, in the beer scene, when he had the beer, just tell stories about everybody, and they were just reminiscing about their friends, Benson and Old Dirty Dick, and our PA, Glove Mouth. I'll leave that to your imagination. You got that.
It's a wiener thing, right, guys?
5 of them.
Yeah, 5 wieners in a mouth.
Right in the
It's called a glove mouth. Anybody else have a question in the audience? I'm going to the back here. This guy looks like he hates everything.
All right, last question.
All right, I'll go back.
Right there. Yes.
When was this movie shot, and how long did it take you to grow this beard?
I'm right here. It'll be my 1-year anniversary, November 24th. Beard anniversary. Can I sit on this?
Did you ask when was it shot? The primary narrative here was shot in April, or May 2011. But all of those little stories within this story, Aaron and I shot in the months preceding.
You see the guy sleeping in the front row?
What? This is the last one. someone on the balcony had a question. Do you guys want to go to the bar and ask questions, or does someone have a burning question they want to ask? Just one last one. Okay, all right.
There's a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Actually, no, I'm sorry.
Just a lot of tasing.
He tased
All the tasing
our
was real.
PA.
And Vinny too, he insisted on being method. And I drove the taser into his chest at one point and took off some skin. And then he decided he didn't want to do that anymore. So he had to act instead.
Thank you so much, you guys, for coming out and sitting through our Q&A. And this is extremely important. It's really important that you guys come and have beers across the street, like right now.
Yeah, we're going to the Poppers Club, right? Did I say that?
Yes.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
The audience, right?